Good afternoon, enthusiasts, and welcome to Coaster Brawl. I have not done one of these videos in, I think, almost 2 years. Yeah, it's been a fat minute. I think last time I posted a Coaster Brawl, I had like 200 subscribers, which feels like forever ago, but yeah, so most of you guys probably have no idea what this video series is. So real quick, a Coaster Brawl is where I have two roller coasters that go head to head in a number of categories. In each category, one roller coaster will get 1 or 2 points, and whatever roller coaster has the most points by the end of the match wins. Here are the categories, and as you can see, airtime and intensity are worth 2 points, and that's because these two things are what I look for the most in a roller coaster. The first category is height. Now, both these roller coasters are actually the same height, at 205 feet, so I'm going to give both these roller coasters 1 point. Next up is speed, and Mamba has the edge over Magnum in this department. Mamba has a top speed of 75 miles per hour, and Magnum has a top speed of 72 miles per hour. This might be because Mamba has a slightly longer drop than Magnum. So that means Mamba will get this point. Our next category is length, and believe it or not, Mamba has a longer track length of 5,600 feet, whereas Magnum has a track length of 5,106 feet. So that means this point will also go to Mamba. Now we're talking about smoothness, and this point is definitely going to Mamba. Mamba maybe has one little rough patch, but overall, it's a very smooth ride. But on the other hand, Magnum is janky as heck. I have to admit, the first time I rode Magnum, I did not like the jankiness at all. But after a few more rides, I didn't mind it that much, but this point is still going to Mamba. Alright, so far Mamba is in the lead with 4 points compared to Magnum's 1 point. But now it's time for the final 2 rounds, and remember, these are worth 2 points each. Let's start with intensity. Now, I did mention that Magnum XL 200 was janky and not smooth. Well, that almost works out in its favor because the jankiness makes the roller coaster more intense in my opinion. Mamba, on the other hand, does have a fairly intense helix, but other than that, the roller coaster is smooth and graceful, which means it's not the most intense ride out there. This really comes down to personal preference. If you think the jankiness of Magnum is intense, then I think Magnum will be your choice, but if you prefer some sustained forces on a double helix, then Mamba would be your pick. But as for me, I'm going to go with Magnum for this point. Our last category is airtime, and I'm going to say this right now, it's definitely Magnum XL 200 for the win. I'm not saying that Mamba is completely devoid of airtime. There is some nice floater airtime on the first drop and the first hill. Unfortunately though, Mamba's mid-course brake run trims so hard that the bunny hills on the way back to the station offer no airtime most of the time. Whereas Magnum, the bunny hills are literally insane. They're super sharp and they provide some of the best ejector airtime I've ever experienced. So this point is going to Magnum XL 200, which means the winner for today's Coaster Brawl is Magnum XL 200 at Cedar Point. While Mamba does have the better stat sheet and it's overall a smoother ride, Magnum XL 200 at Cedar Point pulls ahead with some amazing ejector airtime, and although it may be very janky, that makes it arguably a more intense roller coaster. You know, this is all just my personal opinion, so right now, down in the comment section, let me know what you guys think of these two roller coasters, and which one do you think is better. Also, if you had a great time watching this video, then do me a favor and go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you happen to be brand new around here, why not hit that subscribe button? It would really mean a lot to me. And I know you should probably be doing your homework right now, but if you want to procrastinate some more, feel free to watch my other videos. But with that, take it easy, and I'll see you next time on North Star Coasters.